There is a moment, in the middle of the worst thing that has ever happened to you, where you cannot imagine that anything good will ever come from it. That is not a failure of imagination. That is what real pain feels like. But there is a question worth sitting with, even in that moment, or maybe especially in that moment. Is suffering always only loss? Or can something emerge from it that could not have come any other way? The Lubavitcher Rebbe thought about this more than almost anyone. He had lost family in the Holocaust. He had watched people around him go through devastation that defied explanation. He did not minimize that. He did not offer the kind of platitudes that make pain feel dismissed. But he said something that has stayed with the people who heard it for the rest of their lives. He said, "There is no such thing as a meaningless moment. Including the ones that break you." This is not the same as saying everything happens for a reason in the way we usually mean it. That phrase can feel like an erasure of real grief. What the Rebbe was pointing to was different. He was saying, the human soul is designed to transform. Not just to survive difficulty, but to be changed by it in ways that open you to something you could not have accessed before. People who have gone through serious loss will often describe, years later, a strange paradox. They would not choose to have gone through what they went through. And yet something in them, their capacity for compassion, their understanding of what actually matters, their ability to be present with other people's pain, is inseparable from what they suffered. They did not get that from their good years. They got it from their worst ones. The Rebbe said that every descent is for the purpose of an ascent. Not that the descent was good. Not that it should not have happened. But that the soul carries the potential to rise from the lowest places to heights it could never have reached from comfortable ground. This is not a theory. It is something people have reported experiencing. The survivor who becomes an advocate. The person who lost a child and founded a community for others who had done the same. The person whose life fell apart completely and rebuilt it as something they never could have planned. They are not glad it happened. But they are, in some ways they cannot fully explain, grateful for who they became. The Rebbe was careful about one thing. He never told people that their suffering was a gift. He knew that in the middle of it, that is not something a person can hear. The right response to someone's pain is not a spiritual lesson. But he also believed that the pain is not the last word. That the human being contains a resilience that goes far deeper than most people know. And that the worst moments, while they cannot be undone, can be the beginning of something real. You are still in yours, maybe. And this is not the moment for meaning-making. This is the moment for getting through. But it will not always be this moment. And when it is not, you may find that something was growing in the dark that you could not see from where you were standing. That is not a promise. It is a possibility worth holding on to.